with certain misery. This monster of a system tried to finish me. Rock filthy but not guilty. Scream it everywhere I go. 'Cause even when you innocent, beating them still a miracle. Toast. Throw up your drinks like you been mixing your liquor. Tell Roy Halladay to come through. Now you get in the picture. Double entendre. What up, y'all? This is what 52 looks like. No shape up. You know what I'm saying? Not completely gruffy. Y'all know I'll be gruff daddy. You know what I'm saying? Half the time. Because who wants to get a haircut every 4 days? Not me. But that's basically what I need to do. Or I'm gruff daddy. No diddy. So yeah, since I've been celebrating, I haven't been tapping in with y'all. Y'all haven't been I haven't been giving y'all no perspective. And people tell me y'all need that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true, but I've been told that the culture needs my perspective. So I'm just trying to do my part. You understand what I'm saying? Excel, what it look like, bro? I would have did an Ugly Truth Tuesday, but I didn't make it in here Tuesday, so sorry. You know, Ugly Truth Tuesday is a segment I do where I go live for anybody who's new here. I go live and I allow y'all to ask me anything. Only thing is the answer is going to be in the form of the ugly truth, not the nice truth. You know what I mean? But yeah. So that's a thing that I do. And it wouldn't make sense to do it on what's today, Thursday? I don't even know, I lost track. But a lot of people, I'm not 50, y'all. I'm not Curtis Jackson. I'm Curtis Jackson also. Yeah, I'm 52. The video, the short that I posted, I don't know, some people seem to not read the entire title or whatever, but it says throwback on it. That was from my 50th birthday when I had the leather yellow get up. Yeah. So but we could talk about whatever though. It's some things that I haven't done heavy research on because, as I said, I've been celebrating. But some new news has come out on some topics that I've been interested in, and if y'all would like to talk about those, we can get we can get to it, or y'all can just ask me stuff. But it's not UTT. It's not Ugly Truth Tuesday, so don't get crazy. How y'all feeling about the any battle rap fans in here? Anybody know battle rap? How y'all, to any battle rap fans, how y'all feeling about J Millz and DNA and they little back and forth? I've suddenly gotten a little bit more. I've suddenly gotten more. I can't even say a little bit. I've got exponentially. Did I say that right? More interested in it since my homeboy Ron Browse has entered the fray. I don't really want him in there, but it got my attention. You know, it raised my antennas a bit. What did I do here? Okay, that's what I did. Pause. But as far as, you know, I don't want to include him. Like, I don't want to make him the topic of this. But I mean, if we want to talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, how you feel? How y'all feeling? Hold on, what y'all talking about? Y'all talking about See, that Lux was crazy. You talking about the Lux twerk battle? I just watched that battle again today. I liked the battle a little bit more than I liked it the first time. I liked it the first time, but people were saying that Lux was amazing and that was a real good version of twerk. And I didn't feel like that was a really good version of twerk, but on my second watch, I feel like it was a better version of twerk than I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Initially. But yeah, he did. It was. You know what I feel like a lot of battle rappers do that hurt them. They look for the crowd reaction on certain parts. You know what I'm saying? And it breaks their momentum if the crowd don't react. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Anderson says it's dope as F at battle rap, in his opinion. Personally, he got Millz winning with they back and forth on wax. Yo, it's tricky. All right, so let's talk about my opinion on it, right? As far as battle rap goes, I feel like DNA is battle rapping him better. You understand what I'm saying? It's like he's more adept at certain like he checked more boxes, as some people would say, when it comes down to rapping, when it comes down to battle rapping. You know what I mean? Like his jabs at Millz hit harder. You know what I'm saying? They are more personal. Like, he's takes more he's taking more personal jabs at J Millz than just rapping good, right? You know what I'm saying? Less general. Even though on the second watch of the first two rounds, what was the first? DNA dropped the freestyle first. J Millz dropped the joint. What was the In My DNA joint? Something like that. Then Millz dropped the story. I mean, then DNA dropped the story of Jarvis, and then Millz dropped, what was that? Spin the Block, right? Up at that point, I was like, it's close, right? Like, and as I said, I felt like DNA had the more personal jabs, but they not that crazy. It's not that many of them. So, but I will give DNA the point there. But I just feel like J Millz is a better rapper. You know what I mean? Like DNA is the better battle rapper. I feel like J Mill is the better rapper, right? Just the way he rides on a beat, his beat selection. You understand what I'm saying? And the way he performed his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? That's my take. So I feel like this is actually a good fight. You know what I'm saying? What up, bro? You on your way to Tampa? Yo, what is LaGuardia Airport looking like? I just now received information that LaGuardia Airport, Kennedy Airport, and what's the Newark Airport are on the top 3 most problematic airports right now with this whole government shutdown. That's wild. Jermaine Anderson, what you agree with? My Millz and DNA take? I need some water. Because I've been on you know what I'm saying? Where's my cup? Okay, so my bad. I don't want to get distracted, right? But then the last round of joints, where what's the name of DNA new joint? It's called, what is it called? I'm not sure what it's called, but the one where he's sitting in the in the Sprinter in the middle of the street just spitting bars. I feel like that was a better beat. It was a better track selection, and DNA went in. Like it's not nothing I could say bad about what DNA did. It's all good. I just I don't remember it well. I didn't really study it out. Like I didn't really study none of these songs because that's kind of it's just kind of a byproduct of when you battling the way niggas is battling these days, where they rapid firing. You know, they putting out a track today, they putting out another one tomorrow. Like, you know, I don't get to studying, but just on a surface value opinion, you know, DNA was kind of rapping his ass off, right? You know, I could say that. Stop dissing Ron Browns though, DNA. Why you wanna hurt my feelings for? I rock with you, right? You understand what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He's just the beat maker. Who made your beat? You know, you had to go get it from somewhere. What Ron Browns do you? You know what I'm saying? You a rapper. Ron Browns is a rapper producer. Anyway. Well, yeah, this beat is more designed and you know what I'm saying, suitable for battle raps. You know what I'm saying? Or rap battle. But I have to say, J Millz, I don't know if I don't know which one of them dropped first, but the J Millz with the soul singing assisted. I don't know if he programmed that into the AI or whatever. It sounded like one of those, but the DNA ain't never been outside. It's hilarious and fire. And I don't know. I might have Millz up on the strength of that. I might. Yeah, I might. A lot of battle rappers, when they are like battle rappers, they will. I heard a lot. You know, they be mad at somebody like Goods, mad at somebody like Charlie Clips, mad at the ones who got wild jokes. Like they, you know, when they getting joked to death, they like to hit you with these. We spit real bars, not jokes. I don't feel like I feel like a battle rapper with no jokes is in trouble. Period. Gad, what it look like, bro? You feel like Millz winning right now? I ain't gonna argue with you. I can't. I have no rebuttal for that. Oh yeah, y'all see my little birthday balloon? Got balloons, man. We got balloons. Yeah, right. That's what I said. I don't know how long you been in here, but yeah, he sound better than DNA on songs. And you know, just respectfully to DNA, right? Like, I think DNA one of the most talented battle rappers in the world, but I'm not a DNA fan like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the type of it's an energy thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's like but to keep he dope, and I could tell son. Well, I gather that son is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? A real cool dude. It's just like some rappers. It's just like their subject matter. It's just their type. It's not my brand of rap. You understand what I'm saying? I prefer a different brand, a different style, a different energy. But like Millz ain't going to out rap DNA. That's not what he's going to do. But he's kind of his song creation is he up on that. You say you think DNA give J Millz a run for his money on that stage? No, in a battle, DNA gonna smoke J Millz. If they get on the stage, it's lights out for J Millz. I'm sorry, respectfully. Excuse me, Millz has it. Millz might have the advantage right now. DNA, yeah. This level is the playing field. You know what I'm saying? If not an advantage, it at least evens the playing field. Because DNA is like, let me tell you something. I done seen DNA beat dudes that I thought DNA. Anybody I thought DNA was going to clearly lose to, he beat him. It had to happen at least 3 times. I don't want to say anybody, but if it was somebody I thought DNA was going to lose to Ill Will. Ill Will one of the best Ill Will is one of the best in the game. Period. Salute to the homie. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the homie. But DNA, yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's what respect to Millz. Since Jay, like when Jay Millz and Murder Mook battled back in the days, I can't say it. You know, a lot of people say that Mook won that battle. A lot of people say Millz won that battle too. Like I would have to watch it again, honestly. It ain't no clear winner to me. Not today. Not today, it ain't. I would have to watch it again. Nigga said, what's my opinion on Eminem? Shit, I got blogs on Eminem. You must be new here. Check out subscribe, go on in there, like, you know what I'm saying, and then check out the playlist I got. I got what do I have? It's enough content up there to let you know how I feel about it. I did a whole album breakdown of Eminem's most recent album, The Death of Slim Shady. Yeah, I rock with Eminem. Thank you for all of the happy birthday wishes from everybody. I'm sorry to be rude. I've been getting wild love all over the place, from whether in person, online, on the phone. You know what I mean? All of that. Analog lyrics. You got me. You got me confused. I don't know. Watch what again? What you mean? Watch what again? And forgive me. I'm a little under the weather. Like, don't be in my comments talking about I do drugs, B. My drug ain't a drug. Well, this one is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Panama Pete. If you're not a Crip, I would appreciate it if you add the K on the end of my name. It's just a requirement here. That's all I'm saying. Yo, I have a confession to make, and y'all can go ahead and be mad at me. I'm a little bit mad at myself, but I've learned to give myself grace. I ain't listened to none of the albums. None of the new albums that came out that I should have listened to. I know I don't know how close y'all be paying attention, but if you have been, I have been suspiciously quiet on the matters because I'm a little bit embarrassed about it, honestly, and all of that. But I just get in these modes where that ain't, I just don't listen. I'm not listening to nothing. I just be in my own bag, and that's where I've been. That includes that all the way back to the Clips album. I haven't listened to it all the way through. I haven't listened to the new Mobb Deep album. Salute to Mobb Deep. I will. Rest in peace, Prodigy, and have you already know, right? I haven't listened to the Ray album. I haven't listened to the Ghost album. I haven't listened to. Didn't Nas put out an album recently? I haven't listened. I haven't. You know what I'm saying? Last album I listened to. Yeah, last album I might have listened to with intent is the Smith and Wesson album. You know what I mean? I apologize, but I get back in my bag soon. It's probably a neurodivergent thing. Now I have heard flashes. Admittedly I have heard parts, songs, individual songs, and everything has been fire. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to the OGs in the game. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta you know what it is. We ain't gotta tell y'all. We could show y'all better than we tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Something just popped up on the YouTube, y'all. It said add a Q&A sticker. Oh man, I ain't press it. I was about to click it. I ain't click it in time. But it was like, damn, I missed it. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Oh no, that shit gone. That shit gone. That shit gone. Sorry. Nas didn't come out yet. It's next month. When Nas' last album came out? Because he put out a few. Not back to back, but he ain't been taking no days off really. What are the chances I do an album with Premier, Havoc, and Beat Minus? Well, me and Havoc have already talked about doing an album. An album with the Beat Miners is almost disrespectful if we never do. That needs to happen. Premier, I don't know if Premier like me enough, but we'll see. I hope he do. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not that. Listen, all I'm saying is this. I hope he'll have me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to this. Everybody, I might be a legend to you, and I might be a legend to him. That don't mean I could get a premiered produced album. You understand what I'm saying? You just, I don't feel like, I'm not a dude, I don't really feel, in my opinion, in this moment, I don't really feel like I'm a dude who suffers from entitlement. Like, I ain't one of those dudes. Like, I don't feel like nobody owe me nothing. Like, I don't feel like I don't feel like none of y'all are supposed to know who I am or supposed to be my fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could walk down the streets and or let's say if I go to a club, I want to go to a club tonight to celebrate some more, right? And the bouncers don't know who I am, and they treat me like a regular civilian. That's not an excuse for me to get irate. Yes, we are in New York. Yes, this is hip hop, and it's a hip hop club and all. I just don't feel like you're supposed to know. I'm just not like that. You know what I mean? When I reach out to people in the game, people see me in this love, and then I reach out to them and it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't reach back. I don't feel like they supposed to do that either. And it might sound like what you might call them shady, but I've done that. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not. I've done that, and it's not shady. I mean, I've done that, and it is shady. I don't feel. I understand the mindset. Like sometimes it's like, yo, you see these dudes, they good and all of that, but a lot of people got managers, a lot of people got brand strategists and all of that. That be like, yo, nah, you don't want to be posting pictures with niggas that ain't on your level. They on another level. The basis of what I'm saying is it's levels to everything, and you might not know what level you on. It's good to know. It's good to know. It's also good to not care sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to shoot your shot regardless. But when your shot miss, you can't get all in your feelings like that. You know what I'm saying? I was watching something. What's the dude name? Dion Cole. Clips from his interview on Drink Champs. I'm just scrolling back. I missed a lot of y'all comments because you know what I'm saying, because I was looking for that other thing. But I was watching this XL, I don't intimidate nobody no more. That ain't it. Babies, Animals and old people love me. I can't be that intimidating, bro. Real talk. So I mean, and I'm not even no babies, animals, and old people person. You understand what I'm saying? They just love me anyway. They're like, no, you're gonna love me. You know what I'm saying? But what I was about to say is I was watching these clips from the Dion Cole episode on Drink Champs, and they was basically talking about celebrities who the basis of what they were saying, or the end result was like every every famous person done been dissed by another famous person or felt dissed. Whether they were or whether they weren't actually dissed, they felt slighted or felt embarrassed or something. We've all went through it. One time I ran into Eve. It went down like this. Somebody clipped this up and sent it to me. So I ain't got to download this into my phone because my phone gonna break in half, right? But one time I was in Vegas. It's in the Magic Convention. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to be lit, right? And this was in like 2003, right? So I hadn't realized how far away from the light I was, metaphorically speaking. But seeing Eve in it was like I don't know if it wasn't a restaurant, but it was in a hotel. It was parties everywhere. It was an area, right? And it was seating in the area. And Eve and her people, no, when I seen Eve, she showed love. It was all good. All right, how you doing? I'm saying la la la. All right, you shit though. You one of my favorite female. And they sat down at their area, and you know, this was just like 2003. This nigga, just a couple of years ago, I was still popping, right? I ain't real. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't realize how far from the light I actually was. But I sat down in Eve area. See, I don't just pause gay things. I pause all things that were unintentionally sexual. All of them. So get out of here. Anyway, I sat down in Eve area. I'm all comfortable. Next thing you know, security was like, my man, you gotta get your ass up on out of here. He ain't say that, but that's what it felt like he said. You understand what I'm saying? My man, you are nothing. You're not I don't know who told you could sit here next to the queen, first lady of Rough Riders, but that's a no-go, bro. You understand what I'm saying? No, he didn't say that, but that's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? And I felt some type of way. But I got over it. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, don't nobody have to know. Nobody gotta know who you is. Nobody gotta. It's levels to this. But salute to Eve, though. So good. You know what I'm saying? Look, the fact that she showed love was, that should have been enough for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was just caught up in the moment. You understand what I'm saying? But like, you got to think about it. If you feel like I'm not on your level, if your people feel like I'm not on your level, whether that's right or wrong, put those feelings away, right? Let's just consider that that's the case. This nigga's not on your level, but she still showed love, right? Me sitting down I was doing too much. Like, I didn't know them people. Said the lock story with Eve and Tyson is hilarious. Yeah, look, I'm from Brownsville like Mike Tyson. She could have been like, get this Brownsville nigga away from me. Who told him he could sit here? You know what I'm saying? Here's what it is. But your DNA ain't never been outside. Hilarious. Yeah, I have a confession to make too. Salute to all parties involved. I ain't taking no sides. I'm a fan of all of the parties involved. But that song, the AI generated, I'm assuming it's AI generated by the 050 movement dude. The one where 50's mad, cause yeah, yo, let Jimmy talk tough, and he ain't answer back. How you let that fake blood talk to you like that? Somebody gotta pay, or no more jet flights. Back to first class. Jimmy ain't tough. Jimmy ain't like that. How you let that anything go back? Yo, that song is crazy to me, B. Like, I knew it was bad when I was, look, I was in Arizona driving to go pick up my baby girl from school. And I'm playing this song. Like, I felt like I was in a Cadillac drive. I wasn't in a Cadillac. I was not in a Cadillac, but it felt like I was in a Cadillac driving. I've got the window down playing this shit. It's still nice. The weather ain't going. We don't see this kind of weather out there. I'm like, what the? I'm calling Cam. Come get your man. That's yo. It's just something about rap lyrics being sang. You know, borderline like disrespectful or aggressive lyrics being sang. It's just something about that that's awesome. It's unmatched. Nah, you ain't do that, son. It was no look, Excel. You helped, right? But it was no way I was about to escape this 50 Cent Cam. You know, I vlog, right? So when Jim Jones went crazy on Tony Yayo, my eyes was glued to that. I knew it was. I knew something was about to give, right? And I thought Tony Yayo was gonna go crazy, and he didn't. The vloggers started talking about that. Like, nah, that ain't enough, B. What a blah blah blah. This nigga posted a video from Max B. That ain't enough, nigga. Nah, you was talking too crazy for that, blah 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 blah. And then, you know, I watched the 050 movement. I've been watching them since they was beefing with Math. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, I see this video. Like, matter of fact, I think 50 posted it. And who don't follow 50? This nigga got all the followers on Instagram. Everybody follow him. So I wake up and I see this. I'm like, oh, this is hilarious. Yeah. So yeah, that's my confession. I've been listening to that like crazy. I'm nervous about this AI business. Because as a creative, well, actually, I have been on record saying that true creatives, we are safe. We are, we probably the only ones that are safe from AI because in our community, the assumption of real means too much. So as much as you could duplicate, as much as dudes could, the best rapper in the world could be the best rapper in the world. But if he admit that he used AI to use to help him create his raps, he's getting knocked down off that pedestal. Niggas is they not considering him that way. You know what I'm saying? And if AI could create a Jay-Z album right now, yes, niggas will listen to it, but you better believe the day Jay-Z go, no, I'm putting out my own this one is mine. Niggas is gonna get that. And you better believe that all of the people who might listen to the Jay-Z AI album ain't respecting it as much. You understand what I'm saying? What I like about the soul stuff, like the AI soul songs it's a different take on the song. You know what I'm saying? It's like as long as the original artist, like I sat in the car with my boy XL, he in here right now in the chat, and we listened to wild AI hip hop remixed AI songs. And it's dope because it's another way to experience the same song. another creative way to re-enjoy something that you already had some sort of appreciation for, or to gain appreciation for some joints that you know what I'm saying, that you never did appreciate. I think all of that's fly as long as you giving credit and royalties to the original, to the originators. You know, niggas out here just doing it for fun. That's cool, but did you pay Ludacris for that Move Bitch remix y'all made? That you getting views off of? So I care about that part of it. Next Rock album be out soon, bro. Soon, bro. It's gonna be a Next Rock single out about next month, though. It should have been out last month, but things happen. Look, think about Look, I was in a car one day with the homie Bilal, and he was talking about how he was like we were talking about those versions of when you see a dude, a rapper, and he's performing his songs with this dude, and he's just playing a guitar. Like that's in a sense that's another way to experience. It's quite different from the AI joint, but it's another way to experience something that you already appreciate. And I think it's something dope about that. It's like, it's like putting a different shirt, putting a new outfit on the song you already love. And then I brought up like how movies will do it. Like think about Beverly Hills Cop, right? And how many times you hear that same song but just in a different key, a different tempo, slow down, speed it up, the same theme song. I think that's dope. You know something else I want to talk about? Let's pivot. The gambling scandals. The gamble scandal. The gamble scandal. Say that 3 times fast. The gamble scandal, gamble scandal, gamble scandal. All right. The scandal of the gamblage. What y'all think about this? Nas or Big L? I gotta say Nas. Respect to Big L because I didn't hear enough of Big L. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have his body of work. He wasn't here for us to get his full potential. So, yeah, I'm just saying. The Big L was a problem, though. He was. Ebonics is one of the best songs in hip hop ever. And so was like, it's a different it was a different approach to hip hop, one that was needed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that. I Gave You Power is one of the best songs of hip hop ever, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Something that was needed. Hip hop approached differently. And I'm not just saying some of my favorite songs. I'm saying that they some of the best. I don't care if I didn't like them. Like how I could say somebody like DNA is one of the most talented battle rappers in the game. It's just not my flavor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stupid. I'm a professional at this. I know good work. There was a long time ago when everybody was on Range Rovers. I didn't like them. I could have had a Range Rover. I just didn't like the way they looked. You understand what I'm saying? But that don't mean there was nothing wrong with the Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? Nas did I Give You Power. What's another one of those songs from Nas? For me, One Love. One Love was one of those songs for me too. You know what I mean? Rewind was one of those. Not for me, but it was one of those, right? I get it. That was definitely one of those songs. It wasn't one of my favorites. You know what I mean? But yeah, I see I'm missing a lot of questions and a lot of answers. If you send a super chat, your question will stand out, and I will get to it. More to oh sweat. Shouldn't really do that. On to all of this scandal talk. I've been hearing, I've been hearing a lot more opinions, a lot more perspectives on it, and a lot of those opinions and perspectives match mine. Meaning, mainly the ones that go a little something like, y'all been investigating this whole situation for 3-4 years. It involved all kind of mob figures, and from legendary, notorious crime families, and the only people that y'all got on blast is the black athletes. That is funny style. There's something wrong with that. Y'all don't think so? Y'all really think Chauncey Billups know how to make those glasses that could read niggas' cards? See through tables and all that? Y'all really think Chauncey Billups know how to do that? Rakim or KRS-One? I'm not answering that. I will say that KRS-One is, of my four favorites, my four grandmasters, should I say, my four East Coast forefathers, which are Kane, Rakim, G-Rap, and KRS-One. Like, I learned, like, those were my four models that taught me how to rap good. You know what I'm saying? As far as technique and all of that. So I won't. I'm done choosing between any of them. But what I can honestly say is KRS-One is the most scary on the mic today. Nigga said Arena's told on everybody. Listen, I don't think Arena's told on everybody. Look, I done seen stuff as recent as today where niggas is talking about, where niggas is like, the mob told. Like, not the mob told, but they set them niggas up. Like, it's like everybody, like it's a big old organization and all of that. And you talking about the mob who got a few reasons to, it's a few obvious reasons that they are going to feel like these basketball players are just basketball players. They are not us. It's a few obvious reasons for that to be the sentiment. I'm just saying. I seen videos talking about, it was an ex-mob figure who said, matter of fact, let me see, there's this, some of them. Is this the video?
This guy in 2020 exposed the NBA had multiple referees on the Mafia's payroll, not named Tim Donaghy. Tim Livingston is best known as the podcast host of Whistleblower, which investigated the 2007 referee betting scandal. And what he found was, yes, Tim Donaghy was guilty, but there was more refs being paid by the Mafia.
But if you look at, we interviewed Michael Franzese, who's a former capo in the Colombo crime family, who says that he had two NBA referees.
There was more refs being paid by the Mafia.
But if you look at, we interviewed Michael Franzese, who's a former capo in the Colombo crime family, who says that he had two NBA referees who were not Tim Donaghy on his payroll, as well as NCAA referees. If you look at the Mafia at that time, it seems like this was just commonplace.
Later in the clip, Tim goes even further, saying that Donaghy was best friends with current senior referee Scott Foster, also nicknamed the Extender. Phone records prove that Donaghy and Scott Foster made 134 phone calls before and after games he bet on that lasted 2 minutes or less. So the NBA hired lawyers, proving that Foster was likely innocent. But people haven't forgotten, because in 2024, Rudy Gobert was fined $100,000 for doing a money gesture sign at Scott Foster during a game. Which brings us to two major stories currently going on in the NBA, with Terry Rozier being arrested for illegally tipping off bettors on his own player props. But that might just be a tip of the iceberg of a much larger gambling scheme going on with the NBA and the Mafia that brought in Chauncey Billups to rig poker games. So we have players, coaches, and NBA referees being investigated for rigging games, proving that Tim Livingston was only crazy in a world full of lies. This guy in 2020 exposed the NBA had multiple referees on the Mafia's payroll, not named Tim Donaghy. Tim Livingston is best known as the podcast host of Whistleblower, which investigated the 2000.
My bad. So yeah, it ain't just, this ain't just, it ain't just us, but we the only ones niggas talking about. And I don't like it. Nope, not one bit. I don't like it. Yeah, hold on. What was it? John Sally said some things as well. It's like he know. I mean, of course he gonna stick up for his man and all of that. But what he said makes sense. This is where I got the perspective of like Chauncey Billups don't know how to make no glass see-through tables and all of that. Like, hold on.
Believe any of it. The one thing.
Hey, so what do you make of this whole situation? Obviously, Chauncey Billups, also a fellow Piston. What do you make of the whole situation?
I don't believe any of it. The one thing I talked to Gilbert Arenas. The fact that somebody had the nerve to throw his name in it, that I would be pissed off too. What I said to Gilbert.
No, I wouldn't be pissed off, Gilbert. You play silly games, you win silly prizes.
Guys we've heard of. Out of 30. Show them guys, show the 13 from the mob. If you're going to show those three guys, because they're professional athletes.
Right, household names.
If you're going to use that as the case, show the monsters. I know Chauncey doesn't know how to make a table
cut it out.
that you can see through. I know he doesn't have cards you can see through. I know he doesn't have glasses. Everybody wants to use your name if you're a Hall of Famer and say, hey, if you use your name to throw this game, everybody's going to show up. What's wrong with that, right? It's a draw. But now, when it no longer works in their benefit, they've been checking out for 4 years. They let Chauncey move up like that. The NBA would have known that they were doing that.
Yeah.
Somebody would have tipped them. I just think it's unfortunate because he's my man. I don't believe players cheat. I think guys want to win.
You think they're possibly framed?
100%.
By who?
Exactly. The ones that they won't name.
Wow, interesting.
Right. You think Chauncey got time to make a table? Make this table. And we're going, no, he flies into Vegas. They pay him to use his name. He's playing poker. He get paid to play poker. You'll see.
Are his lawyers going to get him out of this, you think? I mean, are they going to find us?
Well, he's not. He shouldn't be in trouble for putting on the game. Period.
Wow. Okay.
And I think it just makes us more. And then you always hear guys says, man, I saw that guy and he was so mean to me. He wasn't mean. You just can't be nice. You just can't talk to anybody.
Right.
You can't be cool with anybody. I don't think Chauncey Billups had anything in the way they're thinking about it. I don't think he was compromised like that.
Wow.
I know Chauncey's not that kind of guy.
Hey, so what do you make of this whole?
Now, of course, you're going to stick up for your boy, right? I wouldn't expect nothing less, right? Like, if you're not going to stick up for me, don't say nothing. Hit him with the no comment. You know what I'm saying? If you my boy. You know, if you like, if you don't know, you think, listen, you truly don't know whether I could be capable of that, and you ain't going to speak up for me as a character witness, then hit him with the no comment. Right? But I seen somebody put in here that it's a lot of the refs is dirty in all the sports. I just seen something that said it's a whole bunch of MMA sports, a whole bunch of MMA fights that's under review now too. Hold on a second. Where is it? I know I seen. Yep. FBI flags 100 plus UFC fights for possible fixing. Federal agents are reportedly investigating over 100 UFC bouts tied to suspicious betting activity. This is on what platform? I don't even know. What's this? MMA Unranked on Instagram. So do with that information what you will. You and you don't stab. This is 187 on a. Yeah, Dana White said he called the FBI because of strange bets. Oh, that's an interesting wrinkle. Hmm, that's interesting. Fighters throwing fights. I mean, listen, that Terry Rozier situation don't sound good. It just don't. Salute to Jermaine Anderson. Thanks for the super chat. He said, not sure if you're in tune with the tiny desk joints that's been dropping, but if you could get the boot camp click together and do one joint would be fire. It would be. It would be. I mean, we could accept that ain't that hard. If the boot camp all tiny, I don't know how it works on there. You understand what I'm saying? But like, if Tiny Desk is reaching out to people, if Tiny Desk has a booking agent and they reaching out to niggas, if they reach out to the boot camp, we gonna go. I mean, well, the ugly truth is, would they be paying niggas? You understand what I'm saying? Because boot camp, we have our bright days and we have our dark days. We are not exactly in our brightest days right now. So, niggas will come through to get the job done. But if for issues and giggles, nah, everybody ain't coming together. Some of us live in different. I live in Arizona. I mean, I live in New York too. But what if if I'm out there? That mean I gotta get a flight, come out here, and you know what I'm saying? Real life intervenes. Hold on. Front porch is cool. It is. But I don't like your style. I just blocked somebody. Don't mind me, y'all. Fab Five Tiny Desk. Yeah. I don't know about that one. Nah. I think Smith and Wesson did do Tiny Desk. I mean, I've generally always been with whatever the team movement was. If I couldn't find nothing dead wrong with it, I was in. You know what I'm saying? We did, and some things we did there were some things that were dead wrong, dead stupid that as boot camp we all did just because we was boot camp, and I participated in. Word up. Let me see something. My nigga Crumb's in the building. Salute, bro. Where you at, nigga? Helter Skelter's working on a new album, Taz, man. Well, me and Bernadette are working on a new Helter Skelter album. But yeah, the answer is yes. Once again, thank you for all of the birthday love. Salute to y'all. Yo, Crumbs, hit my phone. Send me a text. I'ma holler at you off of here. Does Helter Skelter have any unreleased? Oh yeah, I answered that already. Yeah, we got stuff. So stay tuned, please. Hold on. I'm reading. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Smith and Wesson are on their way to. They probably in Chicago right now, rapping on stage. They this might be one. This might be the last stop. I don't know of their city winery tour. I popped out to the one in New York. That was fly. Blaze University. You've been off Helter Skelter since. First of all, you missing two H's, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying? We can give you a pass. So you've been off Helter Skelter since the 90s. Been off the Helter? Been off? What is? I'm not sure what that. I think we're suffering from a language barrier. That mean you ain't been rocking with us since the 90s? It's like you quit on us since the 90s? Because if that's what you're saying, that don't add up with the. No, I'm just messing with you. Salute to you. Thanks, brother. That's awesome. Be awesome to hear me, see me perform. Yo, listen, bro. I've never been to Australia. Not my whole crew, but some of my crew been to Australia. I don't know. Y'all be playing favors out there. I don't know. But I'm about to put out a bunch of music. I'm gonna get on I need to purge myself of a whole bunch of music. Like I got all of this old music, and I have these blocks, like these mental blocks, as to like. I always come up with, I can always find a reason of why not to put some of this music out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's old, it's dated. I don't feel that way no more. You understand what I'm saying? I got all of these, I got songs 10, 15, 20 years old that's still fire. Only what I'm talking about in the songs is not as mature as I choose to represent myself today. You know what I'm saying? And I was worried, like things like that would fight with each other in my mind. But I'm letting y'all know that I'm about to get in the space of never mind all that. And I'm just going to give it all to y'all because while I worry about all of that, it blocks me from current and future creation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it puts I don't know if it's a spiritual block, because it's like I don't like to, I grew up in one of those houses where you can't get up from the table till you finish your food. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of hard for me to start. Kind of hard for me to really jump into a new something with both feet, because I got all of this stuff that I feel like I didn't see all the way through. So the best thing I feel like is to just give it, just hit y'all with all of it. What y'all think? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Y'all think about it. I've been in here for an hour. I need another drink. I want to light my blunt. So I'm gonna have to holler at y'all later. All right. Why don't y'all in the comments? Why don't y'all leave some topics or some things that y'all would like for me to cover in the near, in the next upcoming days and all of that. So just make my job a little bit easier while I'm celebrating. I can go if it's an overwhelming leaning, if it's an overwhelming opinion or energy towards a particular topic, then what I'm saying, I jump in. You know what I mean? Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. You're trying to be a taxpayer citizen in the nation, leave us a super thanks or a cash app. You actually prefer the cash app, but y'all do, y'all. Y'all don't be listening. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all start. Cash app tag gonna be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. All of the songs is there. All of the mixtapes is there. You know what I'm saying? And it's about to be anyway. Also, the merch link is there. Get busy. You know what I'm saying? DISSEDmonstanation.com. Go ahead, get you some Monster Nation, some Rottenness Monsters, some Winter Circle merch. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's all act in concert. When you type it, spell things correctly. You know what I mean? All of the things, it matters. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me being grumpy. It matters. So, ROCK, Helter Skelter with two A's and H's, not E's and R's. Monster with an A, not an E and an R. BCC, not BBC. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. You got time to argue with y'all. The rest of y'all, welcome to the nation.